KB. I'm here with,
Matt.
and as promised, we're going to talk to you about Matt's quest. Matt,
Yes.
tell us about you.
Okay, so overall, I guess it's a little embarrassing because I'm a trainer and I probably have the worst workout accountability and nutrition accountability. So we decided to tag team with Kristen to see if we can make a body transformation happen. Along the way, Kristen's going to give some good tips for y'all, and that's kind of where we're at. So I had a autoimmune disease back in 2014. I dropped down to 105 pounds. I was in the hospital for a month. Back in 2020, I never got COVID, but I dropped another 60 pounds because of the autoimmune stuff. So now I'm back and stable. I'm feeling pretty good, but my life's kind of crazy. So, for example, yesterday I woke up at 7, got here by 8. I didn't get back home till 9:30 last night, and so it's just kind of some of those days. So yeah.
All right, so we're going to take you through all the beginning parts, all the good, the bad, the ugly, just like I promised we would. Here we go.
Mhm.
So, part of my role with Matt is I developed a program for him based on his current lifestyle, and then we're going to take baby steps to help him change his current lifestyle into a healthy, maintainable lifestyle that's going to allow him to accomplish his goals, losing body fat, gaining muscle. But before we can do that, first we have to establish positive relationships with training, with his routine, with having accountability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
before we can do all that, we have to establish those relationships. It's kind of like you're not going to just say hi to somebody at the bar and just go get married. There's steps involved. Well, hopefully, unless you're on one of those game shows, and hey, that's cool too. It's cool. We don't judge.
It's a different world.
We listen. We don't judge. So, other than that, we got to take baby steps. We got to get the routine down, make sure that our priorities are in place. If things come up with his job, and like I told you in the first video, he's a busy guy, and he talked about himself how yesterday he got here to work at 8 a.m., didn't get home until 9:30 p.m. That's life. So we've got to be able to take his real life and all the things that are involved with it and still make it to where he can prioritize himself and his health. And that's going to take time, and it's going to take adjustments, and it's going to take a lot of communication between the two of us. So every Friday, he checks in with me, gives me his body weight. We look at where his physique currently is. We talk about his weight. Now, it is helpful because we work together, so we see each other 5 days a week at least. So that's helpful. But every Friday, he's checking in with me. I also get to see what comes in from Uber Eats.
It's so healthy.
Yes. Program been the most difficult part for you just starting?
I think it's embarrassing a little bit because these are a lot of things that I know on paper. And I have clients who work out. I have 80-year-old clients who work out more than I do every week. And so it's humbling, and something to remember that knowledge does not equal implementation. And that is where you come in so much of like, how do we start building accountability into this? And how does that look for me? And then recognizing that just because I know stuff doesn't mean I'm actually acting on it. And so, yeah, I'll go from there. If if I'm a trainer and I'm not training, then I'm not really a trainer. If I'm not doing the stuff to get me in shape, then I'm not actually going to be in shape, even if I know that stuff.
Yeah.
Lunch is the hard part, and then weekends are the hard part.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's consistent with what you see with other clients, but
Yeah. So my background is in bodybuilding, and that's obviously a very extreme lifestyle. If you're somebody who's like Matt, just wanting to establish a healthy lifestyle and being able to afford your lifestyle, it's very different. There's a lot more flexibility with it. There's a lot more available for it. If you're looking at this because you know me from the bodybuilding world, don't look to this for knowing how to do your prep. Two different things. So, and I do like the point that Matt makes about like, hey, we're your trainers, we're nutritionists, we know a lot of knowledge and we're good at our jobs, but we're still human. Okay, and we still have lives and we're busy, we have a lot of clients, all those things. So that's a good point too, is like knowledge does not equal like doing it yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. But Matt is taking the first steps, and I think that sets a really good example for his clients too, in saying, hey, I'm here. I need to be better. I can be better. And this is how I'm going to get better. So, and that's really and truly the first step is like, hey, I want to make a change and I'm going to make a change and this is how I'm going to do it. So,
Well, and I think for a long time, I've just known myself as kind of a sick person. I was never sick as a kid growing up. So it wasn't until like 2014 where I really actually got sick. Like I literally never got sick before. It was just a weird deal. And so over the past 5 years, I'm like, my body's broken. So I've always identified with this like other side of things where like something's wrong with my body. And so I need to like kind of flip it in gear and re-look at myself. A, I'm capable. I'm a healthy person. And C, if you follow the program, like it's probably gonna work.
yeah.
Like there's skepticism, but usually because I'm consistent for like 2 weeks at something and then I fall off, which is probably what you see a lot. But,
Yes. Or they'll be consistent for a week and they're like, why don't I have a six pack?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't put on this weight or whatever. You didn't put the weight on overnight. You're not going to have a six pack overnight. So,
Mm-hmm.
that being said, and two, like I said, we've got to establish habits first. And obviously, we're starting with where you are. I can't just say, hey, Matt, cool. I know you eat out, you order Uber Eats 5 days a week for lunch, but guess what? We're not going to do that anymore. And we're just going to eat chicken and rice and broccoli.
Yeah.
I'm setting you up for failure if I do that. So we've got to start with where you are and get consistent with like, okay, we're doing Uber Eats. Okay, but you're going to be ordering this, or this. You have choices within that. Healthier choices, and these are your boundaries within that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still sticking to that same lifestyle. You're just making better choices. And then as we move on, okay, you get good at knowing that these are my boundaries. So that may take 2 or 3 weeks and you may mess up and that's okay. We'll just keep going. That's the point is like, if you mess it up, it's okay. Just get it right the next time. Then as you get really good with that, okay, this week, you can only order from Uber Eats 4 times. And still within these choices, 4 times. Cool, this time 3 times. Cool, 2. And then as you're doing that, I may say, hey, you know what? You're doing really good with accomplishing our small steps. I want you to have an extra cheat meal this week. And for those of you that are like, again, from bodybuilding world, you're like, oh, cheat meals. Lifestyle clients get those. And I give them to them. No, not when you're in prep. It's horrible. Like you can drop me off in the middle of nowhere during a prep, and I could walk my way and find a Mexican food restaurant. I could smell chips and salsa from miles.
You're 300 miles away from the closest meat casino.
Right. Drop me in the middle of the desert. I'm like, I smell Skinny Mambo taxi. True stories.
Yeah.
But for you, depends on your goals, depends on how well you're doing. I mean, it's not like a punishment if you don't get a cheat meal or something. But I do like to say, hey, let's tell you what, since you've been doing so good with this, I want to give you can order from Uber Eats, and I'm including this on there. And I'm also giving you snack options. We're constantly communicating like, hey, I'm feeling hungry around this time. Okay, cool. Let me adjust your program because that means things are, hey, I'm having a craving for fatty thing or for sugary things, and that could mean that I need to adjust your fat levels, things like that. So the communication is obviously going to be a big part of this.
So I shouldn't just be like stoic about it. I should recognize what my body's signaling.
Yes.
Not necessarily act on it immediately. Like if I'm just craving sweets, I shouldn't be going after those. But I should recognize that I am craving sweets.
Now, if it is, communicating that to me. Now, if it is that you've had one clean day, and you start texting me immediately the next morning, I'm starving, I ate really clean yesterday, and I think you're killing me.
It's not going to work out.
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to tell you. You know what? It's going to be okay,
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it.
Those are the times, that's the mental aspects of accomplishing goals.
Okay.
So, yeah, will you experience some hunger as you're trying to lose body fat?
Possibly. Yes. Okay.
As we start to maybe move into like that more trying to put on the muscle phase and all those things, and as your body recomps, your body's going to change, your program's going to change. It's very customizable. So yeah, it's just a constant, never-ending journey of learning your body.
Okay.
But no, it's not going to take 1 week. It's not going to take 2 weeks. It's a marathon, and like I said, your body's constantly changing. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, will you feel hungry? Yep. Are there going to be times when you may feel really full? Yep. And we adjust as we go, and if it's a consistent pattern of this, okay, well then we need to make changes.
Yeah.
But if, like I said, you've had one clean day of no Uber Eats or something like that, and you're like, Katie, I can't do this. I'll hold your hand as I tell you.
Okay.
You can do it.
Okay. Good deal. Well, I appreciate that aspect of things.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, guys, if you have any questions about our lifestyle or nutrition programs or our personal training programs, we offer a lot of different services at Willow Bend, including muscle activation therapy, which Matt is like a guru on this. He's amazing. We also offer golf lessons. We have a golf simulator. We have a staff of about 23 personal trainers that are all career trainers. What I mean by that is they've been doing this for 10, 15, 20. I think Roland's been doing this for 30, 45 years or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're interested in any of that stuff, hey, comment below, let us know. We'll love to talk with you, love to get you involved. You can also hit us up at the link in the bio and come by and visit us. We're in Plano, Texas, so let us know.
Boom.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.